Good afternoon, and welcome to this briefing on the Iraq crisis. My name is Ted Poe. I am a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, also in the Judiciary Committee, and in my other life I was a judge down in Texas for a long time. Justice is something that has always been important to me because of my background and the positions that I have held in the past. And I am chairman of the Terrorism, Nonproliferation, and Trade Subcommittee in Foreign Affairs. Maliki is the root of all evil that's taken place in Iraq. All of his decisions have been those that have promoted himself rather than the best interest of the country, and certainly the best interest of the different peoples that live in Iraq. He spent the last 5 years turning Iraq into his own personal fiefdom, where he is in total control. He purged the army that was generally effective of its effective commanders and replaced them with his buddies that were no more qualified to be in charge of the military than anyone else. He arrested and sentenced to death the vice president because of the reason he was a Sunni. Maliki has got to go. He's not good for anybody. He's not good for the world. He's not good for the Iraqi people. He's not good for anyone except himself. If there is to be any stabilization in Iraq, the first order of business is for the Iraqis to remove him and the world community to support someone else being in charge of the people of Iraq. Meanwhile, there's a group of folks in Iraq, those folks, the Iranian dissidents, Iranian freedom fighters, who have suffered at the hands of the Maliki regime. Many of them have been murdered. Not one person has been held accountable for the murders of the folks in Camp Liberty and before that in Camp Ashraf. Interesting to note. It seems as though it's not just the Iraqi government, but the mullahs in Iran and the Iranian government are complicit in doing everything they can to destabilize and go after the folks that are in Camp Liberty and Camp Ashraf before. What is Camp Liberty like? You probably have not been there. I haven't been there. When I was in Iraq not too long ago, I wanted to go visit Camp Ashraf, and Maliki told me in no uncertain terms he would not let members of Congress see what was taking place in Camp Ashraf. My question was, what do you have to hide from the world about how these people that you are responsible for, along with the world community, including the United States, for their safety, what do you have to hide? Of course, he did not answer that question, and he was quite indignant about the thought that the outside world would want to look into how the people in Camp Ashraf, now Camp Liberty, are being treated. Well, you know, in a prison, being a former judge, you know, in prison you can jail, you can see your lawyer, you can communicate with the outside world. You have certain really rights or privileges. The people in Camp Liberty, it's, as Rudy Giuliani said, it's worse than prison. It's more like a concentration camp because of the way that they are treated. Those are a group of individuals that are opposed to the current regime in Iran. The current folks in Iran do not want these people to be free. I don't think they want them to exist because they are a threat to the current regime. Long term, the Iranian regime for world stability has to be changed by the Iranians. We have an excellent group of panelists that are here. I am not going to take any more of their time. Thank you very much.